What's going on, Softwash TV? I hope everybody's doing great. You already know it's your boy Kyle from United Softwash. And today we're out here in Charleston, South Carolina, guys, at this beautiful property right here. I'm gonna get them cleaned up, guys. So it's gonna be a long day for your boy. It's just me. But early morning today, woke up around 3 a.m., left the shop at 4 a.m., and now it's 6:30 in the morning. So first thing I like to do when I get to a commercial job site is get my vehicle staged where I want to start all of my work. I put some cones out for safety. And then the first thing is, the most important thing when you first get here is hooking up water, guys, because I drove 2.5 hours. Water is 8 pounds a gallon, guys. So normally I like to drive around town when I'm just day in, day out washing at like 300 gallons. But there's no sense in driving hours on end with that much weight. It puts a lot of wear and tear on your brakes and everything else like that. So we were basically empty when I got here. Now I'm filling up, but I'll walk around. I'll kind of show you the scope of today's work. I brought you guys here for a video. Probably I came out here to do the estimates a few weeks ago. So I did get 2 of the buildings approved so far. I've already washed one of them in Mount Pleasant. I did that a few days ago, and now I'm gonna knock this one out. So I'll spin the camera around and show you the scope of the work. So with this parking lot right here, this is a different business. So we're not gonna be doing any of the wheel stops and concrete flat work over here. We're just gonna be doing it associated with this building. So you guys can see the size of this property. Really nice job, but just check out these wheel stops right here. Yikes. I mean, just filthy. And I didn't think this property was that bad when I came to do the estimate, but the more I walk around, I'm like, dang, it's dirty as hell. So we'll get them cleaned up. See how dirty the flat work is? Gonna walk around before I start washing. Something I like to do is walk around and get all of my before photos. That way when I'm done washing at the end of the day, I could come back and get my afters. For this customer, I always like to show them documentation of everything done. So you can just see how bad the sidewalks are. See the old surface cleaner lines from the last company that was out here. But I've already pulled my hose around. I'm probably gonna add another section. I'll pull 100 feet of hose off of another reel and add it to this one. So the most noticeable thing on the property, guys, is just how bad the concrete is. As we walk around the building, it's pretty dirty too, guys. It's dirtier than I thought it was. Whenever I was out here doing the estimate, I was kind of rushing a little bit because I had my camera. I was trying to do some filming for you guys. And anytime you're filming on a property, and check out this massive spider. Holy shit. Can't stand those things. But whenever I was out here doing the estimate, I had my camera and a lot of people were looking at me kind of crazy, you know, walking around their building, filming and stuff like that. So I didn't notice how bad it was, but there's spider webs everywhere. There's a lot more green on the building than I initially realized, but it's all good. I'm real happy. Whoa, man. I should have charged more, y'all, for hazard pay. Check this out. Dang. See how nasty all this curbing is, guys. And a lot of this really nasty curbing and the building in different spots, the reason why it's so dirty is, 1, it hasn't been washed in a while, but 2, you could just see all the shade from all of these tall pines and some of these hardwood trees. It's just keeping a lot of this property in the shade. And whenever you have the humidity you have down here in the south and not enough sunlight, you just get all types of organic staining on properties. Like, you got this type of stuff all over the building, guys. I mean, check it out. There's a couple spots where I'll probably, you know, I'll have to put a real hot mix on it to get it to melt away. But in some spots around the building, guys, I'll have to throw up. You know, I got a 32-foot ladder with me and a 24-foot. So I'll throw up one of those to get to some of these spots, because on some of them, you'll have to put a little bit of pressure to get some of the stains to budge. But Just look how filthy this is. I also have this parking lot here, so we're not washing the parking lot out or anything like that. And there's not that much concrete curbing. We have like 2 islands right here. And then we have some of these little concrete islands right here, one on this side and one on this side, and then 2 more in the back. So we'll hit those, all the curbing that's in this lot. And that's it, guys. That's the job scope. All right, so as you can see, I got a full day. I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit of filming today as I'm washing and working on this job site. Let's get to it. Let's make this money. What do you think, guys? You think they're gonna be able to tell a difference? So I could have cleaned a little bit more on that second pass with that surface cleaner, but something that I like to do is, and this adds time to your job, but I like to cut the concrete in half, whether it's a big square shaped piece of concrete or sidewalks. I like to cut it in half, and instead of just getting a regular before and after photo, I like to get photos of during the process. That way they could really see it like this, and then I'll come back and I'll edit the photo where it says dirty on this side and clean on this side. So just little things like that really build value with your customers. All right, so I've started knocking out this concrete, everybody. As you can see, man, night and day from how black it was before, and I haven't post-treated yet, so I'll come back and do a post-treatment. But I wanted to talk about where you stage your vehicles, guys. So as a YouTuber, you know, I watch other people's content too, on TikTok, on YouTube, on different platforms. And one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is on bigger properties, they might have their vehicle staged like I have mine, where they could pull their hose around the property and they're doing flat work. And then they continue to go around the property doing all the flat work before they ever wash the building, guys. So that's one of the biggest mistakes you can make as far as burning time. If your vehicle's already set and you already have your hose pulled and you've knocked out this concrete, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna leave this machine running. That way I could just use it as for rinsing, keeping all these plants wet. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my soft wash hose, and since I'm already over here washing, I'm gonna knock out this side of the building. That way I don't spend the next few hours knocking out all the concrete on the property, and then I'll have to, and moving my truck around just to come back and have to pull hose again to wash the building, guys. That don't make sense. So I see people make that mistake all the time on YouTube. Before I start spraying on the building, gotta do that property protection, guys. So there's not much on this building, but as you can see right here, you know, look, this was from the last pressure washing company. Look at this, I guarantee it. This was from the last pressure washing company. So good on them for taping. I don't know what happened to this company. Maybe they went out of business, but you could tell they were doing property protection. I don't like duct tape. A lot of people ask what type of tape I use. I use red stucco tape, guys. So red stucco tape, it's plenty adhesive enough to stick to the building, but it's not sticky enough where it's gonna leave some sort of residue, you know. And on bricks, it really don't matter. But if you had aluminum or anything else like that and you use duct tape, you could peel paint, you could leave a sticky residue. It just looks real bad. All right, everybody, I'm almost at the halfway point on this job right here. Everything's cleaning up really good. All those huge spider webs, cobwebs, they're all washing down the building. I just finished rinsing the glass a second time with my P40. So made sure everything's clean. That's one of the biggest mistakes people make with commercial is they're rushing and they don't spend enough time rinsing the glass, guys. And on commercial jobs with these really big windows, that's something that you might get a call back for if you're rushing. So got this side of the building washed and then the other side back there. So we've washed 2 sides of the building. And then we've done all the flat work. So we've done all the concrete sidewalks, the little islands, the wheel stops, got them all cleaned up. And like I said before, we're pulling our pressure hose around, guys. And while I'm applying chemical, I could use that pressure gun to keep plants wet. After I soap down the building, I then switch my P40 to water and I just continue to rinse with that because it's such a good tool for rinsing. And that's what you saw me re-rinsing all the glass, guys. I'll start pulling hoses around. We got 2 more sides of the building and 2 more areas of flat work with this parking lot over here, and we'll get cleaned up and we'll get out of here, guys. Let me point out one thing for y'all. So the mix I'm putting on the building is about 2.5%. Something I think a lot of people make the mistake of is when they're washing commercial buildings, for some reason, people think they automatically need to start spraying a super hot mix, and that's not the case, guys. You can see these bricks right here are pretty clean. You can tell by looking at the grout, you know, how clean these are. Obviously, this side of the building's getting a lot of sunlight, but in the back there in the shade, 2.5% is gonna clean up them bricks really good. Another point up here, you can see the staining coming from the roof line because they don't have gutters. So that 2.5%, it's cleaning that up pretty good. But like I said earlier, I was thinking I might have to throw a ladder up and put like some moderate pressure with the M5 twist nozzle. You know, some moderate pressure to just knock the rest of it off. I'm not even gonna have to do that, guys. I'm using a longer lance. It's probably like a 4-foot lance. And after I soap down the building, I just put like a 0-degree tip and I just blast all that stuff off from the ground, guys. So building's cleaning up real good. Like I said, we're at the halfway point. As you can see right here, all of those black spots that were really bad, they've cleaned up really nice. This building's looking brand new. You guys, I'm in the back, on the back side of this building, washing the last side. This is where all those spiders were earlier, y'all, and I want y'all to check this out. Look at my fucking pinky, y'all. I think one of these spiders got me back here, y'all. Look at this thing. Oh, dang. All right, guys, I'm back here. I've applied some sodium hypochlorite to this building. Now I'm just coming back and rinsing. I'm gonna tear some of these vines down that are sticking to the building, make it look better. But the big thing, like I said earlier, just spending some time on all this glass back here. Make sure all the soap is rinsed off real good. And also I want to make sure I wash away any of these spider webs that might be left over. Need to grab a screwdriver and adjust this red gun right here. Make it shoot a little bit tighter stream. I am done, guys, and to be honest with y'all, I'm whooped, y'all. This is one of them jobs, I'm sure a lot of you guys have had these type of jobs where you're like halfway through it and you're just done. It was one of those days for me, but I kept trucking. This was a big project, guys, so big building, a lot of flat work. This is the type of job that a lot of companies will bring a whole crew on to do, guys. So I knocked that joker out by myself. It's days like this that I feel really proud of myself, guys, and I think that's really important. So I hope you guys are crushing it too, and you guys are proud of the company and the journey that you're building. It's been a long day for me, but it ain't over yet. I got 2.5 more hours to Little River, South Carolina, and I'd rather point my finger at a pissed off snapping turtle than ride in this truck with no air conditioning all the way home. But it is what it is, guys. Always on the grind. Let's get that money, stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. What's up, everybody? Before we continue, just a friendly reminder, make sure you check out Softwash TV Pro, the exterior cleaning industry's answer to the need for quality pressure washing and soft washing training. Not only will you learn about safety, but we will teach you how to wash. Learn from a pro the ins and outs of house washing, concrete washing, and low pressure roof cleaning. We teach wash techniques and preventative measures for property protection. Softwash TV Pro will educate you about industry equipment and all of the chemicals used during daily operations. Learn marketing strategies from a successful pressure washing company and take advantage of numerous resources that will help you start and grow a pressure washing company. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video.
Running a service business is hard. Keeping track of customer info, estimates, work orders, and invoices. It's a lot to manage. But what if there was an easier way? Introducing Workflow CRM, your all-in-one command center for service businesses. Store all your customer information in one secure place. Create and send professional estimates in seconds. Schedule jobs, track progress, and manage your calendar with ease. Generate and send invoices all from your desktop, tablet, or phone. Simplify your workflow. Streamline your business. Sign up for Workflow CRM today at myworkflowcrm.com.